Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to discuss my arguments of why I believe that Bitcoin can hit $1 million in just roughly 10 years, guys. Currently right now, the price of Bitcoin is trading at right under 20,000 US dollars. So if you think about that multiple, that is a 50x multiple in just 10 years. There's no other asset class in the world, guys, where if you buy it today, will 50x in 10 years. Now, this is not a get rich quick scheme video. I'm not telling you that if you buy Bitcoin now, you'll be rich in the next couple of years. But it's a type of video where I'm gonna explain to you guys why I am so fundamentally and technically bullish on Bitcoin right now, because other companies, other rich people are getting into Bitcoin. So I definitely wanna keep you guys informed on why I'm so bullish on Bitcoin right now. So guys, before we get started, I would definitely appreciate it if you guys give me a thumbs up below. I'm really close to hitting YouTube partnership. As many of you guys know, I am really wanting to quit my full-time job as an auditor, do YouTube full-time so I can make videos for you guys 3 to 4 times a week at least. And also guys, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm really close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers before the price of Ethereum gets to $1,000. So the first thing I want to show you guys here today is the stock to flow model. Now I know that some of you guys might not believe in the stock to flow model. There are a lot of critics of the stock to flow model out there. A lot of people believe that the stock to flow model is flawed. They don't believe that the price of Bitcoin can hit the $1 million mark at roughly right before 2026. Now, I don't believe that Bitcoin will hit $1 million in 2026, but it's definitely going to take a while, guys. So I believe that it's going to take 10 years for Bitcoin to hit $1 million. But again, guys, there's no perfect model out there for Bitcoin. But currently, so far, right now, Bitcoin's price is following the stock to flow model really well. Like if you take a look at this, the stock to flow model predicts Bitcoin to be right at about $86,000, give or take, at July of 2021. And if you see right now the price of Bitcoin, we're trading just under $20,000. We're following the stock to flow model just on track, guys. Similar to the 2016 and 2017 bull run where we follow the stock to flow model. We kind of lagged behind in 2016, 2017. If you see here, guys, the stock to flow model in 2017 predicted Bitcoin to hit the $5,000 mark in June of 2017. But Bitcoin didn't hit the $5,000 mark until well after that, sometime in September, October, actually October of 2017. So it's probably going to happen quite similarly for this cycle, guys. It's going to take a while. The stock to flow model predicts Bitcoin to hit 84,000 in June of 2021. I don't believe that. It's probably going to take towards the end of 2021, maybe even going into 2022, first to hit the $80,000 Bitcoin mark. As many of you guys know, I am a proponent of the lengthening cycle theory, but I don't believe that Bitcoin is going to take all the way until 2023. I believe that's not the time for this cycle. Now we might go in a phase where Bitcoin takes 2 cycles to go into a bull run, but I don't think it's going to happen for the 2020 Bitcoin halving cycle. I think that Bitcoin can easily achieve its top right at about 2 years from the last halving. So the last halving occurred in May of 2020. I believe that Bitcoin can achieve the top about 2 years after that. So that's going to be around May of 2022. So just to be conservative, guys, I've set my expectations for Bitcoin to hit the top right at December of 2022. Just to be conservative, but it can definitely happen way before that. For those of you guys that don't know, Bitcoin's halving fundamentals. So Bitcoin every 4 years, guys, it halves every 4 years. So the last halving occurred in 2020. The next halving will occur in 2024, 2028, and so forth. So basically every 4 years, the new supply of Bitcoin gets cut in half. So if you guys think about that, right? Imagine if you guys are in a farm and there's like 10 people in the farm and the farmers produce 10 bananas. So basically for each 10 people, you guys can receive 1 banana. Now imagine if the farmers cut the supply of 10 bananas production each day to 5 bananas. What is that gonna do for the price of the bananas? It's definitely gonna increase, guys, because there's 10 people fighting over 5 bananas. At first they were fighting over 10 bananas, but now you have 10 people fighting over 5 bananas. So same thing happens to Bitcoin, guys. Every 4 years, the supply gets cut in half, the new supply gets cut in half. Now imagine, even if the demand of Bitcoin stays the same, the supply gets cut in half. So that's why we get these massive, massive, massive increase in price. But I've never seen an asset class, guys, in my life where the supply gets cut in half every 4 years and the demand is just massively increasing each and every day, guys. And we're gonna talk more in my video about all these institutions buying Bitcoin. So I see Bitcoin as gonna be the next reserve currency. Now, again, I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist. I don't think that Bitcoin's gonna take over all of crypto and Bitcoin's gonna be the end all be all. I do believe in a space where we have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, DeFi tokens. I do believe in a space where we can share the wealth, guys. But guys, I do believe that Bitcoin is digital gold. Bitcoin will one day take over gold's market cap. Now, I don't think it's gonna surpass it, maybe in my lifetime. I'm 28 years old, probably not. But I do believe that it's gonna one day be equal to gold's market cap. All right, guys, so next thing I wanna show you guys here is the stock to flow model. For those of you that have, I'm not gonna go into detail on stock to flow model, but basically it's a supply model. The best asset in terms of stock to flow model is gold. So currently gold has a stock to flow model of 62. So currently Bitcoin, since we just passed the 2020 halving, Bitcoin has a stock to flow model of 55.92, so just under gold. So next halving, around 2024. I don't know why this says 2025, but 2024 Bitcoin stock to flow model, stock to flow will be 121. So at 2024, guys, we will surpass gold stock to flow model. So that is another use case, fundamental news for why Bitcoin can one day surpass gold's market cap. So currently, guys, so gold currently has a market cap of $9 trillion. And Bitcoin, guys, let's take a look at Bitcoin's market cap. So Bitcoin's market cap is just under 360 billion. Like, look at the difference, guys. We have all these institutions buying Bitcoin, Grayscale, MicroStrategy, Fidelity, all these exchanges, all these public companies buying Bitcoin. And we're talking Bitcoin at $360 billion. And we're saying Bitcoin is going to be the next gold. It's a digital gold. And it's valued at $360 billion. Now, I like what Paul Tudor Jones said about Bitcoin. He said that, he doesn't know whether Bitcoin's going to be the next world reserve currency, but he definitely believes that $360 billion market cap for Bitcoin is the wrong market cap, guys. Now, if Bitcoin really is the digital currency, digital gold of the world, Bitcoin has to have at least a $1 trillion market cap, guys. And we're still more than a 2x away from there. So guys, currently right now, the gold market cap is 9 trillion. Even Pomp says that Bitcoin will surpass gold's market cap in 2029. That's a bit too soon for me. I think it's gonna take maybe around 2035. So I'll give it about 15 years from now for Bitcoin to not surpass, but to equal gold's market cap. So right now, gold's market cap is 9 trillion. But I am also bullish in gold, guys. I believe that gold will easily achieve the price of about $5,000 ounce for gold. Conservative. That is conservative, guys. I think $5,000 ounce for gold is really conservative. It can definitely surpass that, maybe even 10,000. So at $5,000 per ounce for gold, guys, that's gonna give gold a market cap of just under $25 trillion. Now, why do I invest into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies rather than gold? Is because crypto has more alpha, guys. Just think about this. Gold right now is trading at $2,000. If it were to hit my target of 5,000, that's only roughly a 2.5x, give or take. 2.5x from $2,000 to 5,000. Now, Bitcoin, if it were to hit my long-term target of 1 million, that's a 50x, guys. I've never seen any asset class that can give you 50x on your money in about 10 to 15 years. Even, you take that compounded year after year, that's roughly 20% ROIs. That's probably conservative, give or take, if you compound it year after year. If gold hits 25 trillion market cap in 2030 or 2035, let's say, now Bitcoin, if it were to even try to surpass gold or even match gold's market cap, Bitcoin at a 21 trillion market cap will be $1 million per Bitcoin. So basically, if Bitcoin hits $1 million per token, it's gonna have a $21 trillion market cap. So even if we're to hit $1 million, I believe that gold will be at 25 trillion by the time all this is done. So Bitcoin will still have a market cap less than gold. And currently right now, I believe that millennials, people my age, and even people that are younger than me, all of us guys, we are just so into this digital space. I believe that the gold trend will eventually end once most of the baby boomers passes away. So currently right now, baby boomers hold a lot of gold, guys. They do. And once the baby boomers pass their wealth into their kids, their grandkids, the millennials, the Gen Zs, I believe that these millennials, Gen Zs will sell gold and buy Bitcoin with it. So I believe there's going to be a massive, massive transfer of wealth from gold into Bitcoin, guys. Because I believe people our age, like, we don't really care about holding $1 million worth of gold. Can you imagine holding $1 million worth of gold, locked up somewhere? It's going to be hard to transport it. I'm a very strong proponent of being a citizen of the world. So, maybe I want to live in the US, the UK, the Philippines, Canada, Mexico, Ukraine, Russia. I can't imagine just transporting my gold around. I know I don't have to do that, but what if I want to buy a property somewhere? I would have to sell my gold and do all of that. And selling gold, guys, actually requires a lot of capital gains tax. It's actually because gold is not classified like stocks or crypto. So I am a strong proponent that I prefer the crypto asset class more, especially Bitcoin. So I believe that once the baby boomers pass their wealth into their grandkids, their sons, it's going to be a massive transfer of wealth from the gold market into the Bitcoin space. So that's another reason, guys, why I think Bitcoin can hit the $1 million mark in about 15 years. Many of you guys that have been watching my video, I'm not really into talking into macroeconomics to you guys because I know that some of you guys might be bored talking about macroeconomics, but it's very important, guys, for you to learn just the basics of macroeconomics. So basically, right now, we live in the world of fiat currencies, and the sad truth about fiat currencies is it's getting devalued all around the world. So your US dollars that you hold, Canadian dollars, euros, Filipino pesos, my country, Mexican pesos, every single currency, guys, around the world is getting devalued. And if you look at the major central banks around the world, you got the Fed in the United States, ECB in the European zone, BOJ, Bank of Japan, People's Bank of China in China, guys. Every major central banker out there is printing money. Like look at this, guys. We've printed so much money. We probably printed more money in the last year and a half compared to since the crash of 2008. So if you look at this vertical increase, since 2019 all the way until post-pandemic, we've printed more money in 1 year compared to 10 years combined, guys. So, once this is all said and done, a lot of this inflation is going to go towards stocks, gold, Bitcoin, but I believe that between all three, it's going to go heavily towards crypto. All right, guys, so this is actually a chart of all the major companies, public companies that have started to buy Bitcoin. So currently right now, Grayscale is the biggest player. They own just under $450,000 of Bitcoin. Not the dollars, 450,000 Bitcoin, which is worth approximately, let's see, 5.14 billion. So Grayscale, guys, owns 450,000 Bitcoin, almost 500,000 Bitcoin, guys. That's worth 5 billion. And again, this article was written around October of 2020. It's December now, and Grayscale is still massively accumulating. So who knows what the number is currently right now to this date of December 6th of 2020. They probably are really getting close to hitting 500,000 Bitcoin into their balance sheet. And in other companies, guys, you have CoinShares, MicroStrategy, guys, a tech company. They put majority of their cash into Bitcoin as a reserve because they believe that cash will get devalued over the next 10 years. Actually, guys, I have here the balance sheet of MicroStrategy. I am an auditor, guys, so I like to look at 10Ks because this is my job. I look at financial statements and I basically give a thumbs up whether it's good or not. So currently right now, MicroStrategy, they have in their balance sheet, they have digital assets of $380 million that they put towards Bitcoin. And if you look at the previous quarter, guys, for MicroStrategy, they had cash of over 400 million. So basically they took all of their cash reserves and put it towards Bitcoin. And that's only the start, guys. I believe that in the next coming years, in 2021, other companies, other public companies, tech companies, oil companies, Apple has so much cash on their balance sheet. They have tons of cash with no debt. I believe that Apple will take a portion of its $1 billion in cash in balance sheet and put it towards Bitcoin. It's going to happen in 2021, guys. I believe. I have a strong conviction that companies like Apple, Google, Amazon, Facebook will probably put their cash reserves into Bitcoin. So currently right now, as of October 2020, again, this number is really conservative. Public company holdings of Bitcoin is just $600,000 in Bitcoin are held by public companies. Again, that's not even including private companies that hold Bitcoin, wealthy individuals like the Winklevoss twins, which they did once say that they owned 1% of the Bitcoin network back in the day. So who knows what they have now? They probably have way more than that. You have Mike Novogratz, you have Raoul Paul, you have all these rich guys buying into Bitcoin, public companies buying into Bitcoin, private companies that are not that are not outspoken about their Bitcoin positions, but they're probably buying Bitcoin, guys. So my point is, guys, the total supply for Bitcoin is only 21 million. Only 21 million of Bitcoin will ever be created. And out of the 21 million, we've been told that maybe 4 to 6 million of Bitcoin have been lost forever. So if you subtract 4, let's just say 5 million. 5 million of Bitcoin that have been lost forever that you will never see again out in the market. So that leaves us with just a 16 million Bitcoin that will ever be circulated around the market. Now, if you take 16 million, a lot of that is held by rich people, public companies, hodlers like me and you. So there's not really a lot of Bitcoin left in the market, guys. There's not a lot of Bitcoin left. By the time all this is said and done, there's well over 30 million millionaires in the world. Not every millionaire will have the opportunity to own one Bitcoin. Can you imagine just a millionaire having a goal of having one Bitcoin? It's not going to happen, guys. So for those of you that hold one Bitcoin, definitely consider yourself as the top 0.1% of the world in the next 10 years. All right, guys, so last thing I want to show you guys here is the US balance sheet, because as many of you guys know, I live in the US, so I do like to look at the US balance sheet. So currently, we've doubled our balance sheet, guys. So currently, around September of 2019, the balance sheet was right under 4 trillion. Currently, right now, we're approaching 7.2 trillion. So we almost doubled our balance sheet in just about a year. So during the great crash of 2008, we took three steps: QE1, QE2, and then QE3. But take a look at this, guys. We've doubled our balance sheet just with one QE. I believe that in 2021 we'll probably have our QE2, quote unquote, our second stimulus. So in 2021, we'll probably increase our balance sheet to over 10 trillion. And then in 2022, we'll increase our balance sheet to maybe 15 or 20 trillion. So guys, I think there's going to be more and more money printing left. The only way the money printing stops, I believe, is if this whole pandemic just were to come to a halt, which I don't believe so. I don't think we're gonna get a vaccine until roughly September or October of 2021. So it's gonna be some time, guys, before this whole global pandemic comes to a stop. And I don't think it's gonna go back to normal. Even after we get our vaccine in September, October in the US, it's gonna take maybe a year after that for countries like the Philippines, Africa, Mexico, South America to get the vaccine. So it's gonna be a long time, guys, for us to live this pandemic out. So just because of that, I think it's gonna be a lot of stimulus from around the world, not just the US, Japan, the Eurozone, China. It's going to be a lot of stimulus, and because of that, that stimulus will take the price of Bitcoin up, gold up, and stocks. But again, the price of Bitcoin, I believe, will rise significantly way more than any other asset class. Just the fact that it has the smaller market cap and the fact that it's perceived as the digital gold. All right, guys, so that's going to be it for me. Enough ranting. I definitely appreciate for those of you that have stayed until the end of the video. Again, guys, so once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I do want to give a surprise for those of you that have been my followers. I do want to give some sort of giveaway. I haven't decided what I want to give once I hit 1,000 subscribers, but I do want to give away something because I do want to give back to the community. I will be very grateful if I hit 1,000 subscribers because that is a really big milestone of mine, is to hit my first 1,000. You know, I eventually want to hit 100,000 one day, maybe in the next couple of years, maybe. The next couple of years hit 100,000, but the first 1,000 is the hardest to hit. And once I achieve that, I definitely want to pay back the community, pay back my subscribers. So definitely in the comments below, maybe you guys can give me some ideas of what I can do to give back to my community, give back to my subscribers, because you guys are why I'm here. You guys are why I do this. And I definitely appreciate all the comments you put down there. I know that sometimes I have bad quality in my videos. Like one video, I forgot to fix the mic, and it was really bad. So definitely, I apologize for that. Every day, guys, I try to improve my video quality. I am not a full-time YouTuber like other YouTubers, so I do have a lot of things to learn, like when it comes to YouTube videos. So definitely, I appreciate you guys to stick with me until the end of the video. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I definitely appreciate all you early subscribers out there. You guys are the backbone of my channel. You guys are going to be the reason why I grow and eventually hit my goal of being a full-time YouTuber one day. All right, guys, enough of ranting, and I'll see you guys at the next video.